Our world feels increasingly fragile, beset by climate change, pandemics, and persistent conflicts. In this fractured landscape, many wonder, can any global institution truly address these challenges? The United Nations was created as that hope, a forum for peace after the devastation of World War II. Nearly 80 years later, questions about its effectiveness and relevance are louder than ever. We see UN peacekeepers and humanitarian agencies at work, but also witness diplomatic stalemates and unresolved conflicts. Is the UN a vital necessity or a relic of a past age? The geopolitical landscape has shifted dramatically since the UN's founding, with new powers and threats emerging. The rules that once governed international relations now seem inadequate. So, is the United Nations still relevant? Can it make a real difference, or is it just going through the motions? This video will explore the UN's origins, its achievements, its failures, and the urgent calls for reform. The stakes are high. In a world desperate for solutions, effective global cooperation has never been more crucial. Let's examine whether the UN can rise to meet today's challenges. To understand the UN's role, we must return to 1945, when the world emerged from the devastation of World War II. The United Nations was born from a desperate desire to prevent such horrors from recurring. Its core mission, to save future generations from war. The founders, learning from the League of Nations failures, aimed to create a stronger, more effective body for peace. The UN Charter set ambitious goals: maintain peace, foster friendly relations, promote human rights, and encourage international cooperation. Collective security was central. An attack on one would be met by all. This vision was profoundly optimistic, but the UN would soon face immense challenges. The question: could this new institution live up to its ideals? Despite criticism, the UN has achieved remarkable successes through its agencies. The World Food Programme fights hunger, delivering food to millions in crisis zones. The World Health Organization led the eradication of smallpox and nearly eliminated polio, while coordinating global health responses. The UNHCR protects and assists refugees, offering shelter, food, and hope to those displaced by conflict. On climate change, the UN has driven global agreements like the Paris Accord and fostered scientific research. These achievements have saved lives and advanced global cooperation. The UN's humanitarian impact is undeniable. Yet the UN's record on preventing war and resolving major conflicts is far more troubled. Wars in Syria, Yemen, and Ukraine highlight its limitations. The Security Council's structure is a key problem. 5 permanent members, China, France, Russia, the UK, and the US, hold veto power. Any one of them can block action, leading to paralysis even in the face of urgent crises. National interests often override collective action, resulting in deadlock. Russia's veto during the Ukraine war exposed this flaw, undermining the Council's legitimacy. Many now question whether the UN's political machinery is fit for today's world. Calls for UN reform are growing, especially from countries in Africa, Asia, and Latin America. Many argue the Security Council is outdated and unrepresentative of today's world. Nations like India, Brazil, Germany, and Japan seek permanent seats to reflect current global realities. African countries demand a permanent voice, pointing to the injustice of their exclusion. Proposals include limiting or abolishing the veto, especially in cases of mass atrocities. The UN's humanitarian work remains vital, but its political gridlock threatens its credibility. Without meaningful reform, the UN risks irrelevance. For the world's sake, the UN must adapt, or risk fading into history.